Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while, I know, but I'm back with the makeup video. So today is a simple look and we're going to be using a lot of NYX. This is the Can't Stop Won't Stop new primer. I'm going to be using their primer and their foundation today. If you haven't already tried it, I would say go out and definitely go get it. It is definitely worth it. And the primer actually reminds me of the Becca Poreless primer. It's like the consistency is the same. It doesn't leave that white residue like the Becca does, but it gives you the same effect and feeling. It doesn't make your face feel all stiff and hard, but it's still just as good without you feeling like your face is going to crack. So as you see, I am just patting it in because it says use a pat, just pat it in, don't swipe it in. Um, so I'm just putting that all over my face, and I do typically go in a second time on my T-zone because I'm super oily. When I say oily, y'all, I'm talking about real oily. I be looking like a fucking oil ball by the end of the day. Like, it's terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. So I go in again on my around my nose and stuff like that. And I'm also using the Can't Stop Won't Stop new foundations. One of the ones I use is Mahogany. I tried this one first, and it actually was a little too orange, so I went back and I got a second shade that was lighter in Nutmeg, and I mixed those two together and they are perfect. And I am going to be using the Tarte Buffer brush, and I absolutely love this brush. I started using it from a YouTuber that I seen that was using it, and it made her makeup look absolutely beat. Like, it was flawless. Like, I'm talking real, like, really flawless, y'all. So I mix those two together. I do about 4 pumps of mahogany, about 3 pumps of the nutmeg, to kind of give it just a little bit lighter because, like I said, the mahogany was just slightly too orange. So I just, needed something that I can mix with it that was lightly. So here I am just patting it in, and I'm not going to really buff it in, although it is a buffer brush. I am more of, just like patting it into my skin, like almost beating it in. But I do use the buffing kind of swiping motion under my eyes because the brush is so big. So I like to, kind of buff it in under my eyes just a little bit more because of the size of the bristles and the head of the brush. So yeah, so I'm just, as I said, just patting it in, so I make sure that it's distributed evenly over my face and it is all blended out. And I can typically I normally will go in with a second layer just a little bit around like my chin area because I do have some dark marks from kind of like hormonal pimples or whatever. So so I do go in a second time, and the foundation is really full coverage. I'm talking really full coverage. It is. So I don't really put a whole lot on. Sometimes you might think that it's a medium coverage, but it's really not. And it's really matte, and it stays on all day long, like it says. Like, I really don't have too much problems with it looking like it's starting to space out after you've had it on for so long. So yeah, I really like it. And I actually go in with the nutmeg actually under my eyes. This is what I use as a concealer instead of using a concealer because it is full coverage and it's matte. I don't want to use something that's more of a cream base and it end up creasing up under my eyes. So yeah. And because I said again that the bristles and the brush head is so thick and full, I actually kind of squeeze it to kind of get into those corners and stuff because it's such a small area. So yeah. I use that under my eyes and it actually works really well. I don't have to worry about, kind of mixing products or whatever, because, every product doesn't work well with another product. So I typically try to use the same thing unless I notice something that's slightly different that I really don't like about it. Then I'll try to go back to another concealer or something. So now we're going to do brows. Now, my brows, I don't use anything special. I've tried anything that you could probably name, I've tried. But this pencil is literally a beauty supply store pencil. And it has a spoolie on the end and a pencil on the one side. But the pencil is not like a regular pencil that you sharpen up. It's actually really, really, really smooth. I really like this. I've been using this for maybe over 6 months, 6, 7 months. Almost, probably actually almost about a year. To be honest with you, it's been about a year. I really like this one. It's very convenient. It's quick. I don't have time sometimes to deal with the whole doing my eyebrows for like 20 minutes. Only time I do go all out with my brows, just to do a little extras when I'm actually going somewhere, but I kind of keep it really simple. So I just line the bottom of my brows and fill it in the spacey parts. My eyebrows can be a little spacey for some reason. Over the last couple years it has gotten really thin after my second daughter. So yeah, so I just fill them in, but I like them to look really natural. I don't like the boxy really thick look in the beginning. I like to look really natural, like natural hairs in the beginning. So I fill them in and then I take the spoolie and brush it up. And so now I'm going to be using the LA Pro Concealer. This color is in Cool Tan. So I use this. If I do happen to put the concealer and clean it up around my brows, this is what I use. I don't really do too much. I just do a little bit, dab it on a BH Cosmetic brush that I have, and just kind of clean up under the line. As you can see, I really don't do a whole lot at all. Because, as I said before, this is your simple everyday look to make you look like a little something, but make it look like you're not trying to do too much, especially daytime look. If you're going to work, but you want to look presentable, but you don't want to look like you then woke up and just threw on a whole bunch of foundation and makeup on your face. Now, granted, it's cute, but sometimes there's no need for all of the makeup. So yeah, I just do a little bit around my brows just to clean it up a little bit. And then after I'm done that, then I take my spoolie again and I brush up in the front to kind of give the residue that's on there from the stuff, and it gives like that extra hairs look or whatever in the front. So yeah, and then now I'm going to be using my powder. This is my Airspun powder. You can get this from anywhere, drugstore, Target, Walmart, anywhere. And this is in translucent, as you can see. And this is actually extra coverage. So I don't use a lot of this at all. I just put it around my eyes. I put it around on my whole face. And it gets me by. And I'm using this with a BH Cosmetics powder brush as well. And I got these BH Cosmetic brushes actually in a set, and it also came with the carrying case for your brush. No, actually, I think I purchased this separately. So yeah, I'm just putting it under my eyes, and I do add a little bit more around my nose because, like I said, my nose is like, it gets really oily, and sometimes the makeup can sit in the crease of my nose. So I do like to kind of bake a little bit extra right there, or just put a little bit extra there, and then I just buff it all out around my whole face. And I do actually put it some more like on my eyebrow and on my hair, because it actually gives you kind of like that faded out look, like versus it being all dark one color. It kind of also sets your brows a little bit more too, although it's not used with the cream. And now I'm using my MAC blush. Don't remember what color this is because the sticker is gone. And my BH Cosmetic blush brush. Actually, I don't think this is more of kind of a contour brush because it has like a slant to it, as you've probably seen. But I like to use this brush as for my blush. I really like it for my blush. I've been using it for my blush for maybe about a year or so. Um, it seems like the contour of it, the shape of it that's slanted, it seems like it's fits more for my cheek area versus using something really big and then I have this huge part going on my face with blush. And this is my e.l.f. Duo Iridescent Highlight, I believe it is. It's 2 shades, as you can see, so I mix those two together. I kind of blow it out to kind of like dust the extra off because sometimes it's a bit much, especially like I said, for your everyday look. You don't need all that. You just need some glow where you kind of hit the light. And yeah, somebody be like, well, what you got on your face, girl? So yeah, it gives you a little extra something. Not too much. So I put those on my cheekbones and above my blush. And I also go up on the side of my hairline with it. Because if I do my side that I don't wear my bang on, that part is showing. So you want a little glow from the side. You turn your head and the light hit it right. I also do the bridge of my nose. And if I don't actually like contour my nose a little bit with a little bit bronzer, this definitely looks like a little bit more defined. But here is just a little highlight. And I do a little bit on my forehead, not really too much because I already get oily. I do not want to look like somebody just pulled or sprayed oil on my face. I do, I do some on my cupid's bow and on my chin area to kind of, yeah, that T-zone glow, but not like somebody dipped me in oil. Don't want that because that is not cute, especially when you take a picture. No, not at all. So I'm taking my BH Cosmetics powder brush again to kind of like blend those two in together because sometimes you got that line of demarcation that separates them. So I kind of blended them. And also using the NYX matte finish, and also I am using my OMG Glow. Oh y'all, this spray is so bomb. Do y'all see the glow, the gold shimmer in that? When I tell you that was my best friend during the summer. Yes, like I had a real summer tan. It gives you the extra everything that you be wanting to have. So I just spray with the matte finish first, with the NYX one first. Let that kind of dry just a little bit. And then I am going to go back in with my e.l.f. highlight while it's still kind of damp on my face and do just a little bit more because it kind of helps it set in and stick to your face. Because sometimes highlight can actually kind of like seep in and you look like you don't have nothing on no more, especially once you get oily. So yeah, I'm going in with my OMG Glow. This one, the color is Incredible, and I actually mixed the Incredible one with another one. I cannot remember, but I actually mixed those two together as the other one was getting down. I mixed them two together. I spray them on my face. I get a nice bronze shimmer glow to me, even in the wintertime. Like, who said I only have to glow in the summer? I want to glow in the winter too with my turtleneck on. So yeah, that is what I use for my face. So now we are actually about to go in with this white liner. Now I'm going to use that on my waterline. The white liner is actually by Kiss. It is a waterproof liner. It's matte. And I absolutely love this. Now, I do have the NYX Milk one. But for me, that's a little bit more creamier. For some reason, it actually smudges on the top part of my lid. And when I have on lashes, if I look up, you can see a little bit of the white residue like under my eyelashes on the top. So yeah. Mascara. It's nothing special. Beauty supply store. The one that I usually use for some reason I cannot find worth of nothing. And I'm kind of upset about that because I really liked it. It actually gave my brows some length and fullness that you can actually see. So this one is just some basic stuff. Like for those girls that cannot do some strip lashes to save their lives, mascara is your best friend. Now, I do lash extensions. I do, personally, and I do them professionally. but I don't have time for them, and I'm not about to deal with no lash no strip lashes right now because, like I said, this is my everyday look. If I don't feel like doing lashes, I want a little extra something on the eyes, then I will. But for those that can't put them on, just do some nice mascara and you're good to go. I put it on the lash line at the bottom to kind of give it a little darker look or whatever. The white liner I really like because it actually makes you look more alive. Open up that eyes a little bit more when you look real tired from the night before or every day. I really like it. I use it on my nighttime look too when I'm going out with a nice red lip or something really bold. It's one of my go-tos. So, I'm also going to be using NYX Intense Butter Gloss. Both of them, my favorite. When I tell you this is the black girl, like nude gloss, is called Cinnamon Roll. Y'all, when I tell y'all, when I put this on my lips, it feels like butter, like it says. It is so moisturizing. It's so smooth. And it stays on for a while. So I really like that brown nude tint. I feel like this looks good on everybody. Everybody. And I am also going to mix it with a lighter shade, which is Peanut Brittle. This one just a little bit lighter. So these two together actually are really pretty, and I think they're really pretty by themselves. I just typically put those together. So yeah, I'm gonna fix my hair. So everything on this freaking tutorial was a little bit everything NYX. Surprisingly, I like to use a little mix match stuff. Like I got the Fenty Beauty and all of that. So, yeah, here we go. We are finished. We are glowing. We are gorgeous. Thank you for watching. Come on back. I really appreciate it.